Well, for those of you who received a four-legged friend as a gift recently, the first few months can, well, just be a little tricky. Clayton Clark is live learning how to make your new best friend feel right at home. Good morning, Clayton.
Hey, good morning, Kobe. Yeah, if you received a new pet recently like I did, this is Jack Clark. Say hey, Jack. He said hey. If you received a new pet recently, you may be curious of some ways to help make the transition process for a new home as simple as possible for not only you, but your pet. We've got our two trainers this morning. We have good boys. Everybody get along. We have Mari and Erica helping us go through some of the rough patches that go along with bringing a new pet home. So first thing, acclimating to a new home, you bring them home, they're in a new environment. What should you do first?
One of the first things you can do when you bring your new dog home is to actually give your dog a tour of the house inside and out while on leash. What this does is allow the new dog to not only explore their new surroundings and their home, but it allows you to control and lead them throughout the house and to have the ability to immediately stop any unacceptable behavior inside the home. And it's also a great opportunity for you to let them know what areas of the house might be off limits to them and where you would like them to be.
All right, Erica, if you have a pet or pets already at home, what's the best way to get them to get along as quickly as possible?
Well, you want to make sure that you always supervise new greetings between new pets. One good thing to do is to introduce them slowly. Make sure you keep a lookout for any stress signs like stiff body posture, growling, as we saw before, their tails raised up really high over their back, things like that. And if you see any of those stress signs, you want to make sure that you remove the new dog immediately and try introducing them again later. Sometimes new dogs take a long time to transition from their previous home environment to their new home environment. So just make sure you take it slow, be consistent, be patient, and they should develop their own little hierarchy.
Now, what can you do to get your dog to listen to you, to get its attention and to follow command?
Well, you definitely want to, yes, it's very important that they acknowledge you. A lot of what we first start out usually is name recognition and to look or watch me. So, for example, here with Remedy, one of the dogs here at the Valley Animal Center, you give her, well, she's a very well trained dog already, but you give her the look command and they watch you. She knows her name, Remedy, and then she sits for a treat. But you definitely, a lot of practice, consistency.
Treats usually
treats
help.
are treat
Dogs that are food motivated.
Yeah.
But you can even use some dogs that aren't food motivated. I know there's some of those out there, and owners get really frustrated because they say, well, my dog doesn't really like treats. You can always use praise just as a reward, or their favorite toy, or simple things, just letting them have playtime after they do something well.
And sometimes catching them in the act is good. If you can't lure your dog into like a sit position or a down position, catching them in the act and rewarding them or praising them. It's like we said, you never miss an opportunity to praise or reward your dog when they're doing something that you like them to do. That includes sitting calmly next to you, watching you. So
even if they have to sit down eventually.
Yes. So being proactive is very important as well.
The first thing everyone worries about, potty training. What are some fun tips for that?
Potty training. Well, I know that what you want to do is set a strict eating schedule and stick to it. You don't want to have food readily available for your dog 24/7, especially with younger dogs or puppies. Usually setting times like feeding them in the morning and the evenings. This really helps you keep track of when they need to go out to go potty, and so they don't have as many accidents in the house.
Yeah, right.
And I hear crate training.
We also recommend crate training. It's a great tool as well. Dogs are naturally clean animals, so they prefer not to make a mess in small areas that they spend a lot of time in, especially ones that they sleep in. So if you crate train them, it encourages them to hold it until you're able to take them outside.
And then when you let them out of the crate, do you take them directly outside?
Take them directly outside, and it's actually preferred if you take them on leash. That way they focus on the task at hand. They don't become distracted or begin to play, and you can kind of lead them to maybe the preferable potty areas of the yard, and as soon as they go, you make sure you say the command. Afterwards, praise and reward, so that they're not only associating the command with the action, but you're making that positive association to actually going potty outside.
Awesome. And if you like what you're seeing out of Remedy here, this little girl is up for adoption. She's a Labrador mix, and you can come by the Valley Animal Center and check her and many other dogs or cats out. The dog I held up earlier is not up for adoption. That is actually mine that I got here. But Remedy's up for adoption, and if training's not your thing, she's already pretty far along, so that would help a lot, Liz and Kobe.
Word association really works, especially when you've got a puppy.
Yeah.
And trying to teach them how to go outside.
Start early.
Yes,
right away.
you want to start early.